Padma Shri Aruna Mahanti, a name engraved in gold in the world of classical dance. And it's a great privilege to have the renowned Odissi dancer, choreographer and guru amongst us in the RSTV studio. Namaskar and welcome to Rourkela and also to the Rourkela Still Television.
Namaskar to all the viewers, and I am today on International Women's Day. I am in Rourkela in RSP, and it is a privilege, it is an honor to be here and to perform and speak for women. And 2021 Women's Day tag is Choose to Challenge. So I am very happy that I am in this studio, which was Asia's first cable network.
Madam, your nearly 50 years of dedication to the world of classical dance, particularly the Odissi dance, this has created a big impetus in the Odissi dance scenario. I would like to know, madam, what motivated in the first place to get into the world of Odissi dance?
As a dancer, I never chose dance. Dance chose me. Because I come from a family, middle class family, where my father was associated with theatre. My father was a writer. So in my house, I used to see the poets, writer and actor, actress, directors and musicians, Guru Kelucharan Mahapatra, Srimati Sanjukta Panigrahi, and all of them, they used to come to our house. Then I was not introduced to dance also. So I started acting in my father's play as child artist. For many years I did that, but then during the theatre, in the beginning and in the intermission and in the end, there were small pieces of dance. So dance attracted me a lot, so I used to copy them and dance standing there near the wings. So someone probably noticed and came and told my father that she has great potential for dance. That's how the dance guru came to my house and I started learning. But I used to hate it. Because every day, who is going to do chauka, dha, 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 the same thing over and over again, I used to get bored. So I wanted to somehow avoid it. But my Guruji, Guru Gangadhar Pradhan, before that I had Srinath Raut and Govinda Chandra Pal, but that was for a very short time. But Guru Gangadhar Pradhan was hard taskmaster. So we used to call him Jammo. Jammo asile jemte dora lage, so we used to be like that. But he was a hard taskmaster. He made me do things and practice in a way. You know, he used to hit me and I'll be crying, but he'll say, smile and dance. And he never allowed my parents to come and see me crying. So all that happened, but those strict guidelines and the process of training helped me to become what I am today.
It's really interesting to know that the dance has attracted you, the dance has selected you, and you very rightly named the doyens, the great personalities of Odissi dance like Guru Kelucharan Mahapatra, Guru Gangadhar Pradhan, Guru Sanjukta Panigrahi and all. And I'm sure they have been your inspiration as well, idols.
Yes, of course.
And at the same time, you are also idol and inspiration to so many youngsters out in this world. Now, as you see, ma'am, Odissi dance, you have seen for more than 50 years. It is a very long time. And in the meantime, the world has also changed a lot. As you were telling some time back, the COVID has also changed the lifestyle, the world to a great extent. Now, how do you see the prospects and future of Odissi dance in the present scenario, in which the social media, the digital platforms like OTT and all are prevailing?
Odissi dance dates back to 2nd century BC, as mentioned in Natya Sastra as the Odro Magathi dance form. So 2000 years, this parampara, somehow it has been maintained and there is ups and downs and evolution of Odissi happened in post-independence era. So it has come a long way from the temple where the Devadasis were dancing in Jagannath temple known as Mahari, and from there it has travelled to the present proscenium stage. So after Mahari, they're in Gotipuo, then folk dance forms of Odisha, then tribal dance forms of Odisha, then martial art forms of Odisha, all this, then the music traditions of Odisha, all this came together to enrich Odissi and its vocabulary and grammar. And in the proscenium stage, I remember when we used to perform, there was Petromax light, and then came the halogen light, and now we are talking in terms of LED light, power LED, and 29, 59, 56. The technology has improved like anything. So the quality of productions have changed. We can, if you want to, and if you have the right people with you as a team, you can create magic on stage. You can create films on stage. The way films are shot, and it has got different dimensions, so you can create different dimensions on stage. So that's entirely credit goes to the technology. But one point is that the earthiness of the dance form, which is rooted to the tradition, which is rooted to the soil of the land, like Odissi, I will say. The Odissi is grown and evolved with the, like in Odia we say, pani pavana matira sugandhare se sinchi hoichi, se marjita hoichi, tahar gote basna achi, tahar gote mahak achi. Though that fragrance, that color, that earthiness, the soul, the essence of Odissi is going to be there. It can change only with the time. But when we talk about the change, it takes the themes, it takes the stories, it takes the human experience, it takes issues we are facing in this world. I am not talking about India, I am talking about entire world. Wherever there are humans, there are issues, there are relationships, there are 9 emotions, anger, aggressive, violence, love, everything. We have to take everything into our stride, and we have to take our past. Like when we do Draupadi, a student asked me in a school when I was performing, he said, why you always talk about mythology? I said, mythology is our past. That's the foundation on which our social structure is created. So we have to carry our past, otherwise this structure will collapse. So we take these stories. Why? Because we still think that it is relevant today in our lives. It gives us norms and values and way of lives, thinking. It haunts our thought process as human being to respect people, their space, the nature around us, and make us understand that what we are. And when God has created us, what's the purpose of this creation? Then only you will be truthful to your action, to your thoughts, and as a professional, you will be able to contribute for the enrichment of human life. So without the upliftment of human life, the performing art cannot survive. Performing art should be one, the vehicle to bring changes for good in human lives by sharing that where we go wrong. Like Duryodhana, what he did, because of his action, what happened to him. So we learn from there and we apply it now, that the greed, that the pride, which is not kind of for the well-being of the people, will take you down. So all these things, every story in the mythology, every story now is connected. So that's why we carry our past, we are present, and with our experience we are bringing. Today we perform Nari, where we did Sita. What happened to Sita? The humiliation, and after she did everything and she was asked to do Agni Parikha. But why? So today I am asking why. And Draupadi also said why. And Nirvaya also, what happened to us? He said, why I am subjected to this humiliation? I have a voice. I am Ajaya, I am Vijaya, I am Nirvaya. I am marching ahead with my voice. Please hear my voice.
In fact, I am really grateful and I feel obliged. I feel really to be a privileged person to have witnessed the performance Nari today. And to simply put it, it was really mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing. And I also take it from you that Odissi has stood the test of time for so many centuries, and it is going to continue till the human civilization is there. And of course the original flavor has remained and will remain, and technology is going to make it still better. Yeah. Thanks a lot for this optimistic view. As you said a little while ago, a lot of physical activities, lot of physical exercise are involved while doing the performing and as well as practicing Odissi dance. Now, what has been your routine? What has been your mantra in this regard? This will be very useful for the young generation.
To my all young viewers, today we are all health freaks. If you read Times of India or any newspaper, Sambad, Samaj, Prameya, any newspaper you take it, there will be one page where it says what diets you should do, what exercises you should do, how to deal with your fatigues in the workplace, this and that. Because our lifestyles and work culture has changed. So to keep ourselves fit, because of the education and because of the technology, it is coming to our doorstep. If I just pick up the phone and Google search, there will be 1001 ways of dieting and exercises. Why is it essential? Because normal person also like to keep fit, because we do not want to be in the bed and dependent on our children and make our life miserable and their life miserable. So we want to live as long as we are destined to live, but as a healthy man. That's number one. Number two, for a dancer, since we use our body is a vehicle through which we express. So to maintain the body is important. Like sports person and dancers, we have injuries because when we do actions and movement and jumps and turns and spins and everything, sometimes we inflict injuries on our body. So exercises, especially warm-up exercises, cooling down exercises and yoga, have that connection between your mind and your body. Yoga is very essential. All these things are essentials to keep your body and mind in a balanced way, so that you can channelize your information and you can master with your skill to use the dance bakarana, the vocabulary, the grammar. You will be able to create magic. So it's very essential, and in our system we have put all these things as a part of our curriculum. So it's a kind of a everyday routine. The dancers go to the gym and they do different kind of exercises and body toning and weights and everything, and you have to tone your muscles. So to do that you have to know your body anatomy. So a dancer, I always say, we know little bit of body. We are not doctors, but we talk to doctors and take their advice, so we know a little bit of our body and that part of the science. We jump, we move, so the body weight distribution and the gravitation and everything we study. We study history, we study geography, because we talk about the region and different lokokala and everything in different parts of Odisha or in India. And then we are good in maths because we play with rhythm. Rhythm is a time cycle. So to be a dancer, don't take it lightly. Don't think we are only entertaining people and we have no brains, only body. It's not like that. The body and brain coming together in a more disciplined way through exercises, yoga and literature. You have to have good knowledge on literature and language and sahitya, that we say, sahitya, because we use text to interpret. So all that should come together to make a kalakar.
Thank you, ma'am, for the very useful tips. My audience is definitely going to be greatly benefited from out of that. Now, taking a clue from what you said right now, while traveling many places in the country, I know that you have been traveling not only across the country but also across the globe. Now, my simple question, ma'am, have you ever been to Rourkela earlier?
Many times.
That's good. And what are your impressions about Rourkela, our city?
When I was 10 years old, I came and performed in Rourkela. When I was wearing the old style of sari and with mali gohana and all that, with chitta like this, and people used to love me. I performed in Civic Center also, and I liked Rourkela then because Rourkela was like Bhubaneswar. It was a planned city. It was a very clean city, spread out city, not very crowded. I don't like very crowded place. So I liked it then. Then I had friends and relatives here. So I used to love their company. Then I remember I came here and we did a dance drama called Manavajan. Subsequently, my father made a movie, Sri Krishna Raslila, on that particular production. I remember in Civic Center, we did it for 3 nights. And on popular demand, we did it for 7 nights. So Rourkela people, they are connoisseurs. They love and appreciate classical dance and music. I am still hoping that it must have grown over the years. And we know that, our youngsters are more attracted towards Bollywood and Hollywood and all that, which is, I understand, because now the technology has opened the windows and doors for all of us to get the exposure. That's all right. But if we are appreciating biryani, should we forget our Mahaprasada? If we are appreciating jeans and t-shirt, should we forget our saris? It can coexist. You don't have to choose. So like that, I always say that appreciate as much, learn good things from rest of the world, but cling on to our roots, cling on to all the good things that has given us identity, our parichaya.
That's really interesting when you advised that we need to cling to the roots while acquiring as many information, as many knowledge as possible. Rourkela Steel Plant, right from its inception in the late 50s, has been contributing to enriching the cultural canvas of this area, and also have been promoting the culture of Odisha through different measures. Your impressions on that?
The Rourkela Steel Plant is helping to popularize, propagate and preserve our culture. I myself also has come under that scheme to perform here, but that was long time back. So I am just hoping, and through this medium, I am just requesting Rourkela Steel Plant to give me another opportunity to bring my group and do a program which will definitely capture the attention of the connoisseurs in Rourkela. But on a serious note, it's not like only I should be invited, that should I talk about. No, the Rourkela Steel Plant is not doing only Odissi. It is kind of promoting different art forms, which is very rare these days. I'm so happy that they have been continuing to do that things, because without the opportunity, the art and artist will perish. They will not be able to survive. So there are two things they are doing simultaneously: giving a platform to artists and creating awareness about the classical forms and the beauty and the aesthetic and the essence of it in the connoisseurs. So thank you, Rourkela Steel Plant, for being so generous, for providing a platform to the artist and art form. And in future, please think of the folk art forms which are getting extinct. We should also preserve folk art forms, because it's very close to our general public and general psyche and general lifestyle.
Thank you for your kind words as well as the advices. I would also like to inform you that RSP is also promoting the local tribal cultural.
Very good, very good.
We are conducting a program called Synergy. Not only conducting here at Rourkela, we are conducting at the village locations themselves. 4 blocks we are covering: Noagaon, Lathikata, then 2 more blocks. They are conducting the programs over there, and finally they are coming to Rourkela to stage to perform their on the stage. One last question, ma'am. You have already hinted about it that you have come on the occasion of the International Women's Day. Specific message to the men and women, I would say.
My message on this day, that when we are talking about gender inequality, let's not talk about that whether men are responsible for doing this or women are responsible for doing this. We all are responsible for whatever the gaps has happened. So what has happened is, for whatever reason, the gaps has widened, and 1/2 of the populations have a kind of remain unproductive. So my only thing is that each one of us is a creation of that Almighty. We are born with certain characteristics, certain traits, certain biological differences, but we are, each one of us have the strength to do anything we are setting our mind on. Please set our mind on. In the Chintan stage, let's make our mind receptive and let's change the perspective of the world towards the strength of the woman. In my house, if my father, mother will say, भाई सांगरे जा भाई माने भौणी मान को रक्षा करते राखी पिंधेला बेले वाई भौणी माने भाई मान को रक्षा करते माँ भाया मुंडरे हाथ बुले भौणी स्नेहर परसी दिए कष्ट करी सान भाईटी को पाठ भी पढ़ाए तेणु से भाई हो भौणी हो whether it's a girl and boy doesn't make a difference. What one can do when you set your mind to do it. Let's respect ourselves. Whether a boy or girl, let's respect ourselves. Let's understand what we can do. And when you say no, people should respect it and accept it as a no. We have to do this. We have to raise our voice with humility, with kindness, with compassion. But we have to have a strong voice. First, respect, understand oneself, and give space to other people, and we should say, we can do. Mu kari paribi.
It's indeed a very, very powerful thought that you shared with utmost conviction and yet in the lucid manner. Thanks a lot, ma'am, for letting your heart out, and thanks again for coming to RSTV.
Thank you.